you know?
It was.
Yeah, there was a lot of
It
stuff.
didn't last as long as I thought it would.
Yeah, no, but there was a lot of good stuff. Like some of my favorites, like God of War 3. You know, that was pretty good.
God of War 3.
Oh, 4. I can't talk today, Joe. God of War 4.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
What?
Ghost Recon Wildlands is my thing.
That's good. But
Yeah.
Joe, wait. But we're starting.
Hmm?
Like right now. We've been on for the past few seconds. Joe, I'm sick of this happening. Somebody needs to let us know ahead of time before we start. Please, guys, seriously, this is embarrassing. This has to stop.
Everybody knew, including me. Sorry.
Why does nobody tell me anything? Whatever.
It's funny.
I hate all of you. I hate all of you. Welcome back to Gamers Universe, you guys. I'm Troy Delo, once again coming at you, again with Batman. Once again, bringing you 2 games. We're going to do Tom Clancy's Canny, Dranny,
Clancy.
Fanny.
You are disrespecting.
We're doing Ghost Recon, you guys. We're going to do...
You're disrespecting a good man's name. That is unacceptable.
Who is he anyway?
Tom Clancy.
Who is
wrote
Tom Clancy?
A bunch of books, and they based a lot of video games off his books.
Whatever.
Like Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon.
Whatever. We're doing some Ghost Recon for you guys. And the second game we're going to do is One Piece Burning Blood. I'm really excited about that one.
Terrible.
Shut up.
Terrible.
So if you're tuning in for the very first time and don't know how we do it here, we basically break the games down into categories of graphics, storyline, gameplay, replayability, and then we round that all up to a final score. That's what we do. 2 games, a few minutes. That's how we do it. Let's get started. We're going to start with Ghost Recon. Is that okay with you, Joe?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah, the game sucks anyway.
I hate you. All right, so Ghost Recon, the developer is Ubisoft. Ubisoft is well known for games like the Assassin's Creed series, the Far Cry series, and the other, Tom, Clancy, Fanny, Branny, Danny. I don't know, Joe. Anyway, they're responsible for all that stuff.
Can we get a game case of a Ubisoft game like Ghost Recon, like an older one, so he can read it?
Kevin, edit that in.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All right, so, yeah, so, okay. Graphics. I saw, a decent amount of footage of this game, enough to give, a rating on this and stuff.
It had actual gameplay,
I'm on a swivel chair, in case you didn't know. That's why I'm doing this. I'm so sorry. I'm giving you guys nausea. I'm so sorry. I gave the graphics about an 8, because, it was a good game. It's a good-looking game for what it is. Personally, I think, it being on next gen, I think it could look just a little bit better.
I guess you haven't seen much gameplay.
That's just me. I saw enough.
No, you didn't.
Joe.
No, you didn't.
Whatever.
No, you didn't.
Joe, talk about its praises. Get it over with.
I gave it a 9. Me and a few other people that I talked to have been really looking forward to this game, and it's definitely got some crazy graphics. Now, my big problem with Ubisoft is they're probably going to downgrade it like they've done with Watch Dogs and countless other games.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to be really upset about if they do. As well as Watch Dogs 2. If they do that to Watch Dogs 2,
man, come on.
Ubisoft, you're killing me.
Yeah, come on.
But they do downgrade their games, and I really hope they don't for this game. I really hope they just let it be, because it does look fantastic. Obviously, there's a specific film filter to it, or a video filter, so it doesn't look as dark and gritty. It looks a lot more like crisp and a brighter texture to it. So I gave it a 9. I thought it looked pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, the storyline. Ghost Recon is its own branch of something. I don't know. Right?
There have been so many Ghost Recon games. Ghost Recon is actually the original ones. Up until the last one was based around military, and it wasn't free roam.
Yeah, no, it wasn't free
However, Wildlands is free roam #1. It's somewhere in South America, possibly Mexico. I'm not 100% on that. And it's based around drug cartels criminal organizations, you know. And, you know, you'll pick apart specific places where they have drugs or guns, and you'll blow those places up, or, you know, stuff like that. And you can also take out targets. I think a lot of them you have to take alive to question. And it's just, it's one hell of a game.
Oh, my goodness. What? I gave it a 7. I gave storyline, it's 7 for me. Mainly because, like, I don't know, like, I like the story, I like the concept, I like the idea, but, like, it's been done before, you know, like, it's not really, like, an original story or original idea, but...
He hates third-person shooters and or first-person shooters unless it's, like, Uncharted. But he does like these anime fighting games.
Gears of War, okay? I like Gears of War.
Gears of War and Uncharted.
I love Gears of War.
Two fantastic games, but that's it.
Yeah.
No Far Cry, nothing. You go for Assassin's Creed, but not Far Cry.
Is garbage.
Oh, come on. We've had this argument before on the second episode.
Joe, please.
Far Cry 4 is so much better than
audience.
Super Smash Bros. Reference.
Not in front of our lovely audience,
Just made
please.
a reference,
Joe, please.
baby.
Joe, please. I'm telling you.
Reference.
7. Please, continue on with it. What did you give it, Joe?
I gave it a 9. I do like their concept, and I like how it has that free roam aspect in this sort of region. And, you know, it's got all types of different locations, mountains that are filled with snow, specific jungles, desert landscapes. I mean, it's just, it looks like it's going to be really fun and a good story, too.
Leave it to military types to find a jungle like in the middle of Mexico or something.
Well, that's possible. I mean, you go to specific areas, I'm sure there's...
Something like that.
Yeah.
Gameplay. All right, so for gameplay, from what I saw and what I've been told, there's a lot of stuff to do. It's open world, so you can do pretty much anything you want. You can go in, you know, to like a heavily armed base. You can go in guns blazing. You can try to stealth through the whole thing. You can customize your weapons and all that stuff. You can get a whole bunch of like different like grenades. Like I saw a frag grenade like being thrown in a group of like 3 people.
Oh yeah.
It blew up. It was pretty good. This kind of stuff I enjoy. You know, I like the freedom to really just do like what I want in a game. Like that's what I love like to do in games. Like if you give me the freedom to do what I want, I'm gonna love the game. I'm gonna love it, especially when there's free roam to pretty much go wherever you want. It's kind of like Dishonored in a way. Like I loved Dishonored because I wouldn't really say it was like open world. It wasn't.
It was a lot like Mafia 2, where it was an open world. However, most of the stuff was just main story, which basically turned into like levels almost.
Yeah, I like Dishonored because it wasn't necessarily open world, but the missions that you were put in, there was a lot of stuff to do. You could like possess like an animal, sneak in through like vents or something. You could possess a person, walk through the front door. You could find like an open window. You can like go in guns blazing. You know, like there was a lot of freedom to do whatever you wanted, and that's why I like Dishonored so much. So Ghost Recon is kind of the same thing, not necessarily, but the same idea really. So that's why I give gameplay a solid 10. You know, pretty much those reasons alone.
I think the gameplay is going to be great. Again, Ubisoft has let us down in the past, and that's why I gave it an 8. Or actually, hold on. No, I gave it a 7.
Oh.
I didn't want to give it too much credit. I like the Ubisoft games. Some people are like, oh, they're terrible. I'll never play them. I still play them. They're still fun to me. But it's still, you know, there's a specific amount that you take away. And, you know, it looks basically like GTA 5. And a military game had a baby, and that's Ghost Recon Wildlands. And it looks like it's going to be an interesting game, and you know, I can hope for the best, but at the end of the day, waiting on Ubisoft. So, like I said, gave it a 7.
Ubisoft is so infamous for that kind of crap.
Yeah, such a great company.
Really,
They always were such a good company, and then they just started changing. It's like, really?
replayability. For the replayability, I think there's a lot of replayability value in this game. You know, like you can replay missions, try to like go at it a different way. You can bring in some friends, they can do the mission with you. You can customize your weapons a different way. You know, like a lot of endless possibilities really you can do here. And then on top of the open world, you can like just explore. You can put a lot of hours into exploring if you really put the time and effort into it. So that's why I'm giving the replayability another 10.
I gave it an 8. Again, with the co-op, there are actually 4 characters, so you can have you and 3 other people, as well as there are vehicles like helicopters, dirt bikes, and things like that. So there's always something to do with those. Like you can just go and fly around and go up in the mountains and probably find targets. Even if you beat the game, I'm sure there are still going to be enemies squabbling around. So, you know, I think with that, it's going to be really fun because I'd love to fly the helicopters.
Each person,
I'm such an ace pilot because Arma taught me that.
Yeah, and each person can do like a different thing. Like you could have like someone in your group who's like a sniper. You can have someone.
Oh yeah, you can set
doing all that
somebody
stuff.
up on a mountain or a high area with like a designated marksman rifle and or sniper. A designated marksman rifle is like a semi-automatic, so there's no bolt that you have to pull back every time you shoot. M110, SR25, those guns. However, yeah, it definitely it's gonna be lots of fun.
I'm sorry, you threw me off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't know anything about guns.
He threw me off with the gun talk, man. I don't know about that.
Final score, because I'm gonna do it first.
Oh, you're gonna do it first.
8.
Oh my goodness.
The numbers don't lie.
We're switching it up, folks. Oh my goodness. All right.
I'm more special than you.
Shut up. No, you're not.
They pay me more.
You wanna know why I know I'm? You wanna know why I know I'm more special? Because my final score for this game is a 9. You know, I think it's gonna be a good game, a solid experience. You know, and that's Final thoughts. Final thoughts. It's gonna be a good, solid experience.
You gave it a higher score, however, I gave quality answers as well as a quality score.
Yeah. Oh, quality. Oh my goodness.
So let's move on to your anime fighting game.
All right.
Naruto's little remake.
It's
basically.
not Naruto. You know dang well what this is.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
And it's like.
I'm talking, Joe.
Just like, wow.
I'm talking, Joe.
I don't care.
We're moving on to One Piece, Burning Blood. It's a game.
Strange. Just weird.
Can I finish, please?
No.
It's a game made by Spike Chunsoft. I think I'm saying that right. Spike Chunsoft. Games.
Sorry if he's mispronouncing.
I know. We don't know how to pronounce it, you guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, every time I said Geralt of Rivia for Witcher 3, he thought Garrett from Thief.
Speaking of Witcher 3, apparently, I looked this up, Spike Chunsoft actually helped make the game.
Yeah, they had a little hand in it.
Yeah, a little in there. And they're also well known for making a whole bunch of different anime games too, from what I saw.
So famous.
I don't like him. When's the replacement coming in?
Never.
Whatever.
They're never getting rid of me.
Graphics. Now, the look for this game is, it's all right for an anime game. I like the look of the game. And everything ties in pretty nicely, like the overall look of it. The sceneries look extremely beautiful. You know, like when you're sitting on like...
They look like absolute cartoons.
Oh my... 9. It's a 9, okay? It's a 9. Please, Joe, please.
1. Terrible. I'm sick and tired of doing these games. They look the same.
Joe.
I mean, come on now. Dragon Ball Z is a classic, but it looks the same as that. Naruto, all these other anime games, which they somehow can't get past the animated graphics and try to maybe go for a more realistic approach, which would be cool. I would give them more credit if they would do that. What? I'm trying to.
We got to give the people the latest and the greatest, Joe. Latest and the greatest.
Well, he decided to choose it, and I don't think it's the latest and the greatest.
It is the latest and the greatest.
If you want to talk about latest and greatest, Dishonored 2, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Watch Dogs 2, which looks amazing.
Those games aren't out, Joe. They're not coming out for a while.
So? They're coming out this fall. Mafia 3.
We'll do that later, Joe, all right? Right now, latest and the greatest. Then it will be the latest and the greatest. Right now, okay? We got to focus on the now. This is the
By
now.
the way, Ghost Recon will be coming out next March 2017. However, maybe Ubisoft will push it back.
Most likely. Most likely. Storyline. Now, what I really like about this is the storyline for this game actually follows the anime. So if you've seen One Piece the anime, you're gonna know what the storyline is, and that makes me happy. That's really all you have to say about the storyline here, is that it follows the anime. If you haven't seen the anime, you're not gonna know like what's going on in the story. That's really all I can say about it. But I love One Piece. I love the anime One Piece. It's great. I love it. That's why I give storyline about a 9. I love it. I love the story. I love the concept of One Piece. It's great.
The game looks terrible, and if you watch that show, I pray that you're okay.
Stupid. Joe, you're just...
I mean, they turn into like these huge weird things, and then they have like giant feet that come up out of the ground and start stomping. I mean, what is this?
We need to help this man.
I mean, it's like Naruto, but...
1-800-HELP this man.
Really stupid.
1-800-HELP this man.
I mean, you know, spawning
Every donation helps.
Some crazy creature to go and attack somebody for a split second, okay, fine. But when you're like creating giant feet out of hands or giant hands out of arms or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, what?
You can even donate. You can even donate a penny. It's okay.
I just don't. I'm telling you. I'm not. I don't know. I gave it a 2, just because it's gameplay or story, whatever.
It's story, Joe. It's storyline. But I'll tell you what, though. Gameplay, we're moving on to right now. The gameplay, all I gotta say is it's unbalanced. It's unbalanced. And the reason why it's unbalanced is, if you've ever seen the anime, all right, whoever is overpowered in the anime is overpowered in the game. Therefore, it can't really be a, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Wow. Oh, competitive. There it is. Competitive. Some people are trying to make this competitive, but it's so unbalanced that it can't be competitive. Yeah. It can't be competitive at all because it's so unbalanced. Most people will pick overpowered characters like Luffy or like Frankie. You know, and they're overpowered in the anime, or at least I think they're overpowered. So overpowered characters in the game, well, in the anime it's the same thing in the game. So it can't be competitive. Everyone who's trying to make it competitive, stop making it competitive. It can't be competitive. It's too unbalanced. It's not balanced. With that being said, the gameplay is absolutely great. It sticks to the anime very, very well. And that makes me, again, very, very happy. A good example would be one of my absolute favorite characters in One Piece, Sanji. I love Sanji. Sanji's like the best. Sanji's a very good character unless you put him up against a woman, and then he just goes all goo goo gaga, and like he doesn't hit women. He does not. He doesn't do it. He can't do it. So you put him up against a woman, you're just guaranteed loss. Guaranteed loss. But you can find a way around that and stuff because there is the ability to switch out like characters and stuff. You make a party of 3, and then you switch out characters. So you can put Sanji on your team, and then whenever like a woman comes in on your opponent's team, you could switch out like Sanji for someone else real quick. Unless it's a team of entire just women, just 3 girls all in one team, then you just can't pick Sanji at all, or else you're just not gonna win at all. It sticks to the anime. I love it. The concept is just great. I love me a good fighting game. I love One Piece. The two coming together, I love it. It's great. So I gave it a 10. You don't care.
Are you done yet?
No, I am not done, Joe. Please, though.
The explanation.
I have to, but I have to
I'm
stop.
falling asleep over here.
But I have to stop because of the time, Joe.
Unnecessary.
I have to stop so you can have time to speak
Unnecessary.
your mind, Joe. Because you know what, Joe? I care about your opinion.
Back to the competitive side. MLG. I'm an MLG pro at One Piece. Burning blood.
That
Well,
name
that's
confuses
fantastic.
me too.
I'm an MLG pro at Counter-Strike. Real Major League Gaming.
I don't.
Or Street Fighter. How about Mortal Kombat? Those games are from Major League Gaming. That's competitive.
You make it seem like I'm trying to make it competitive.
That game that we wrote down right there, the game that I gave a terrible score that looks like the same thing as Dragon Ball Z and Naruto would never, and I hope never, will become a Major League Gaming game. I apologize, but I cannot see that happening.
Well, I absolutely agree.
Happening.
I absolutely agree.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you
I
don't.
really don't think this game can be a competitive game at all, especially when you're playing online, because it's just it's just not balanced.
Yeah.
It's not balanced at all.
Talk
I
about
agree.
this game religiously. I mean, you went on for like 5 minutes about some small thing.
Joe, please, just give your score. We're running out of time here, please.
I gave it a 1.
I bet you did.
You're right, I did. Terrible. Terrible.
All right. As for the replayability of this game, there's not really much to go on. It's a fighting game, like a 3D fighting game. So there's no open world you can explore. There's no adventure mode that you can go off on. Pretty much once you beat the story mode, unless you constantly play online mode, there's really not much you can do. Except for bring a friend over, not this guy, someone who actually likes the game and One Piece in general, and you two can play it for a few hours. It would be fun. You can play online for for a few hours too. There's really not much to really go off of after you beat the story. So that's why I'm reasonable here, Joe. All right? That's why I gave replayability a 5.
Yeah, not much to go on because it's a crap game.
You're crap. I found you in the toilet. That's where you came from. That's where you were birthed from, Joe.
No, actually, I wasn't.
Yeah?
You didn't even know me when I was born.
Yeah, well, so that's why I found you. That's why I found you.
One.
Another 1.
Actually, wait, did I give it a 1?
Yeah, did you? No. Oh.
No, I gave it a 0.
Oh, 0. I hate you.
I'm sick and tired of doing these games, Troy. I'm going to quit. You do one more game like this.
Latest and the greatest, Joe. Latest and the greatest.
Latest and the worst when it comes to that.
Final score. The final score for this is, it's an 8. It's a solid 8 because it's a good game. It's a good game. Yes, it's unbalanced. And yes, there's not that many modes to go off of. And the replayability value here is not all that high. But if you're a big fan of One Piece, it's a good game to pick up. It's a very good fighting game. I've been looking for a One Piece fighting game that's been this good ever since the GameCube game One Piece Grand Line. I've been looking for the next great One Piece fighting game, and this is it. This is it. If you're a fan of fighting games and One Piece, go get it. Go get it. I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of One Piece but not into fighting games all that much, I still recommend that you go get it because it's still a good experience. You can train to get better at it. And even if you're not a fan of One Piece, if you're a fan of fighting games, I still recommend it because I still think it's a good, solid fighting experience.
Go out and buy Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. You'll be a lot more happy. I gave it a 1.
A 1.
All around terrible game. We keep doing these games. I can't
Joe,
take it. I can't take it. Can't take it.
Joe,
anymore.
this is just what
I
it is.
cannot
Joe. Latest and the greatest. Okay, people like this game.
Worst.
So many people like this game. You will be surprised how many people actually like anime. How many people actually like One Piece, Joe? I'm serious.
And how many people like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat over that game?
That's not the point.
I guarantee you most people that like this game are going to buy it, play through the story, and then never play it again because they have other games to play anyway.
I can't.
You know, I wouldn't count or put all my eggs in one basket for that game.
I can't do this, man. I can't do this.
Just an anime game. Basically like an indie movie. Basically like an indie game. That's all it is. It's just a spinoff of Naruto and Dragon Ball Z put together. Except a lot more weird and just unnatural.
Are you done?
Unacceptable.
Are you done?
Unacceptable.
Can I sign off now?
Unacceptable.
Can I sign off now? Can I sign off? Are you good? Did you get it all out?
I think we still have some time.
Well, I mean, like, the sign off is going to pretty much consume most of the time anyway.
I'll be quiet. No, let's just dive into a couple games. So, all right, we're going to list off a couple games that are coming to us.
Yeah, E3 actually
in the
recently
near future,
happened.
Yes.
E3 recently happened.
Well,
so.
we were just talking about that, like,
Yeah,
10,
someone forgot to say something.
So Dishonored 2.
Dishonored 2 looking great.
Watch Dogs 2. Looking fantastic. Have you seen anything on Watch Dogs 2?
Absolutely.
Yes, looks fantastic.
God of War 4 looking so good. God of War 4 looking so good.
Horizon, what's it called?
Horizon Zero Dawn, I believe.
I thought that's what it was, yeah.
PlayStation 4 exclusive, baby. Pick PlayStation. Seriously, the exclusives for PlayStation are phenomenal. Great. Stick with PlayStation, I'm telling you.
Mafia 3, we just did an episode on. Ghost Recon Wildlands. All these games are coming fall to roughly next year. In March, springtime.
And we will be reviewing those games. I'm telling you, we love these games. We love doing this.
And I'm
we
sure
love
there are a
spending time
lot
with you guys.
more to be announced, as well as Red Dead, Redemption 2 or whatever it's supposed to be. Anyway, let's sign off.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Troy, D-Lo, and Batman again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page, Gamers Universe, and our YouTube channel, Gamers Universe TV. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We'll see you guys next time.
I'm Batman.
He is Batman. I'm telling you, he is Batman. What? Joe, who brought in the dog? Who brought in the dog? No, seriously.
No. I already got bit by a dog. This is
We
unacceptable.
don't know who.
The Dark Knight. Oh God.
People are allergic. All right. We don't know if it has rabies or not.
No more dogs.
Seriously, get the. No. Oh my goodness.
I can't deal with that.
Somebody, please get the dog. Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh God. Oh my. He's running through the studio. Please, someone help. No.